And I was like, my future is in charge, I'm in charge of my future, and I will never work for anybody ever again the rest of my life.
Until I realized, that I didn't have to fight to get a seat at their table. I was gonna come home and build my own table. So I wrote my business plan for Handsome Hog sitting out there, and we're moving into year 7 of that restaurant, and I'm just building my own table and inviting like-minded people and people who look like us and people that want to think like us to come have a seat at it and keep building. The knowledge and the support system that you can be or do, whatever you want. I mean, most parents lose their mind if you said, going from I'm gonna be a lawyer to I'm gonna go cook some food for somebody. But it was, it was just following your passion and not being, stuck on this path. His life is full of pivots and lefts and rights, and most people don't end up doing, what they thought they wanted to do when they started. So I just think having that support system is huge.
And so my father died in his addiction, which sort of pushed me into the realm of creating the space for other people to sort of become healed. But I didn't realize that I could also make money doing it. And so I did very similar to my mom. As soon as I was able to sort of get Aruba to a thriving space as a thriving business, using some of the same tactics that my mom had used, then I decided to do what she did, right? Which was to go off into another path to build assets so that my kiddos could be able to have a future. So more than just healing, right? More than just survival for my community, but thriving and sort of blazing a path to be able to allow other people to follow that.
Typically, the problems that Black entrepreneurs face are 3 things. I want to categorize them. One is there's a wealth gap, which means that there's not usually intergenerational wealth. And there's a credit gap, meaning there's difficulty usually trying to get a loan. And then there's a trust gap. And that gap is, for us, the biggest gap because it interferes with all the other things. One of the things that we try to do at Neon is build trust. And so that's the first place, because if you're going to help somebody change, you need to build trust. And change is about a change in behavior, and that only comes when you trust the person that you're working with. So that's the most important thing.
So I just try and, just operate by some, by some factors, by some standards that I can apply to everything. First of all, it's admitting the things that you don't know and making sure that you're continuously learning and growing in your craft. I think the second you think you made it is when you start to fail, when you don't think that you're learning anymore. And the best way that I try and go about that is just by always surrounding myself by people that are better than me. I always tell myself, if I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm in the wrong room.
But I did get turned down by 27 banks because I didn't have financial intelligence. I didn't know what the banker needed to hear. I didn't understand how to collateralize anything.
And so Neon was sort of the space that I went and was able to get projections, get all the financial intelligence pieces that you need, right? The books cleared up, the things that the banks wanted to see, right? When you came into their doors to say, okay, here's what the storyline that my finances show, that I can actually continue to scale this business and it can be profitable. So Neon was that bridge for me. That was huge. When I sat down with Steve and was able to see on paper, like, man, I'm doing okay.
The thing that you can't instill in people is tenacity. And so if people are willing to, entrepreneurs are willing to just work hard and persevere, that comes from them. The thing that we can do, Neon can do, is help them along the way. And so, like Anissa had already reached a level of success, but she hit a wall. And so where we were helpful is, okay, well, this is what you need to do to go to the banks. This is what you need to have projections so you can speak the language of the financial institutions.
But that's where diversity comes in. It is innovation, it is powerful, and it is worth a lot of money.
Absolutely.